Hey everybody, here's the news from Tom Pelissero and Adam Schefter. The Browns have fired Ken Dorsey as offensive coordinator. That's the breaking news. I first saw it when it came out 20 minutes ago at that point. Now it's been out for about, roughly an hour. And so, no, 33 minutes ago, excuse me. Yeah, I saw it when it was 15 minutes. At any rate, it was something that needed to happen mid-season, but, or really arguably with, I would say, 3/4 of the season in, when it was clear that Dorsey doesn't understand how to design a ball control passing offense. And according to ESPN, when Jameis Winston came to the Cleveland Browns, he was under the impression he was going to be asked to run a play action ball control offense, but Dorsey put him in this spread style, old style offense that he ran with the Buccaneers, the risk it no biscuit variety, where all of the passes are between 18 yards and 20 or more downfield. And Smoot says, what coaching tree is he from? He really isn't from a coaching tree in the way that you're thinking about it. Good question. Dorsey is known as one of the, or arguably the most successful quarterback in Miami college history, the U, right? But when he came in, he became an effective quarterback at times. He even played for the Browns, but as offensive coordinator, he didn't. There wasn't any particular philosophy other than the Miami philosophy. Okay, and he will talk about the Miami philosophy. He talked about it early on when Jameis Winston was named the starter after Deshaun Watson was injured in DTR. Was injured as well. That was roughly mid-season. So, but for me, it wasn't coaching tree. It's the fact that when you look at the practices, his practices were just all over the place, just having the quarterback throw the ball around, not, hey, we want you to drill for footwork with respect to the pass pattern. The ultimate example is Bill Walsh, who I had the pleasure of interviewing in 1994 for the Montclarian, and he talked about the importance of footwork above all else. And Bill Walsh is noted for saying, Bill Walsh is the San Francisco 49ers coach who ushered in the modern passing era of using progressions and short passing and effective precision ball control passing. But he would say that a lot of people get tied up with just, formations. But footwork is something that translates from formation to formation. And you can get tied up in formations and how cute they are and everything else and totally miss the idea of what it takes to build an effective passing game around your quarterback. And you want consistent quarterback play so that no matter who you put in, you at least have a baseline of performance that you're going to work from. That wasn't the case with Ken Dorsey. This guy didn't get that. And Kevin Stefanski let him do it. Okay? That's not lost on me. But they used Jameis Winston. And they had this idea that, we can make Jameis throw like he did at Tampa. And if he throws a lot of touchdowns, great. If he throws interceptions, we'll just point to him. That's really what they did. And you could see some of the errors in design. You see one that came out yesterday with Bailey Zappi in that pick six. That was the same play that Dorsey originally drew up and called for Jameis Winston. That wound up getting picked off. It was a second interception. Wound up getting picked off against the Broncos. and returned for a touchdown, the sideline pass. They just called it to the right instead of to the left. Okay? And so the way he handles his offense isn't right. And on top of that, look, he was fired from the Bills the year before. So Ken Dorsey has been fired twice in 2 years. All right? Twice in 2 years. Ken Dorsey has been fired twice, 2 times in 2 years. Let's see what some of the comments are here. Excuse me. Someone says, why is Dorsey always the scapegoat? Thank you, Browns. Ken Dorsey when the Browns fired him. And look, somebody put the orange Browns. See what they did? Well, they tried to make the Bill's shirt orange. Firing Ken Dorsey is a bold move for the Browns. Time will tell if it sparks the change needed to turn things around. A new direction could be what the offense needs, but finding the right fit will be crucial for their future success. Deshaun Watson is free. It was definitely his fault and not for. That's right. That's why Watson played historically bad. Oh, wait. Well, I should fire Kevin, too. I hope this is true. Won't be the firing they're firing this offseason. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. I think he won't be jobless for long. Yeah, that's not your problem. Jerry Jones is Stephen from Miles Garrett, who says no. Ryan Poles is available. A couple of games too late. Yeah, I agree here. This I agree with. A couple of games too late. Yep. How about 5? Hard luck Dorsey. No, not hard luck. He just doesn't know what he's doing. And I exposed it, okay? That'll fix it. Prayers up for anyone who happened to be standing here and gave up this. Okay, folks, look, this is what I did. I got so pissed off, I put out this press release. See? Fire Browns Ken Dorsey for ruining Jameis Winston, says NFL vlogger Zennie Abraham. I put out this is a press release. This is ran by Fox 40. Okay? All right? Then I said Cleveland, Oakland vlogger and NFL vlogger Zennie Abraham, a credentialed veteran blogger and a vlogger of 20 straight NFL drafts, who was the first to cover the NFL draft with a YouTube channel in 2006 and is now CEO of Zennie 62 Media Incorporated, says he has had it with what he calls the outsized level of abuse sustained by Browns quarterback Jameis Winston over the years, and has directed his criticism at Cleveland Browns offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey. And it goes on to read here. In a 24-minute vlog called Browns, Kevin Stefanski benches Jameis Winston for DTR, cost Cleveland TV primetime fired Ken Dorsey. Abraham calls Cleveland Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski's move to bench the Heisman Trophy winner cowardly. The NFL vlogger since 2006 says that Stefanski didn't meet with the press, grumbling that he, quote, hid the news behind media no one ever heard of. Abraham believes that Browns offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey set out to use Jameis Winston to mask his own shortcomings in designing effective passing attacks. Quote, Ken Dorsey has this strategy, Abraham said. Draw up passes that are risky by design, and if Winston throws touchdowns, Dorsey looks like a genius But if Jameis throws interceptions, Ken blames him and not himself. Zennie says the Browns' situation, the Heisman Trophy winner from Florida State finds himself in, is vastly different from that with the New Orleans Saints and Sean Payton in 2021. In that NFL season, and in Coach Payton's ball control passing offense, Winston's stats were an impressive 14 touchdowns and just 3 interceptions over 7 games. It looks like Ken Dorsey is using Bruce Arians' plays from Jameis Winston's 30-30 2019 NFL season with the Bucs, Abraham observed. It's clear to me that there's some type of game going on that should be explained, he added. In preparation for this release, Zennie Abraham notes that Ken Dorsey has never taken any blame for a bad offensive game plan this season, and Kevin Stefanski doesn't point to Dorsey either. It's like the blind leading the blind, Zennie said. They're so unstructured in their approach to the passing game, it's painful to listen to them talk. For example, regarding the interceptions Jameis throws, both Dorsey and Stefanski say, trust what your eyes see. Abraham claims that such an approach leaves the passing game execution to the individual quarterback, rather than having a standard way of reading defenses, dropping back, and throwing that each quarterback uses. Bill Walsh was famous for having a standard set of rules for his quarterbacks, from drop back to what kind of pass to throw to reading defenses, Abraham said. It's a key reason Joe Montana could be out sick and replaced by the unknown Jeff Kemp, who helped the 49ers win the NFC West in 1986. If you listen to Bill Walsh or disciples like Steve Mariucci, the quarterback learns a standard approach, and each QB in the room is expected to use it, from when the huddle is formed to the snap of the ball and the operation of plays, and he said. If you think about that, it normalizes what the quarterback sees and makes correcting errors easier. You can't do that with Dorsey and Stefanski's leave it to the quarterback approach. It's no wonder the Browns never got or get standard passing performance from their quarterbacks and wind up going through them through a whole slew of them. Jameis Winston's the latest victim of an approach that chased away Baker Mayfield, made Joe Flacco a hero until the opponents caught up with them and pushed Jameis Winston to the bench for no good reason. That's why Zennie believes the Browns need to fire Ken Dorsey. They are not going to get better passers under his approach, just neurotic ones. Ken Dorsey is not NFL offensive coordinator material at this point, Zennie asserts. So there's more there, but that's what I did. And that was the latest salvo that I fired in a press release that appeared in a number of publications. And I'm proud I did it. Because we deserve better football. The Browns deserve a better team, and Jameis Winston, who's one of the NFL's best passers, deserves a situation where he's not messed with. And Dorsey was messing with this guy. All right? Straight up. So, excuse me. Excellent performance, huh? Amazing. Great. Excellent. Wow. Amazing. Good. FS Browns really just sold the team. Never had a chance. Watson, Winston, DTR, and Zappi. No healthy Chubb. Traded their best wide receiver. Here's why I disagree with this, okay? An offensive coordinator, Goodwin, knows their way around this. Just does. So, there you go. Anyway, there's a lot more here, but the basic news is that Ken Dorsey was fired. I'll have more on this later. But when you see this news, remember who started the Crusade because there are people around who care about fairness and doing what is right. Ken Dorsey was not doing what was right. He didn't know what he was doing. The Bills fired him for a reason, and now the Browns. Ken Dorsey is not a good offensive coordinator. You got Byron Leftwich sitting out there looking for a job. He's got a Super Bowl trophy. That doesn't make any sense. He was offensive coordinator when Tom Brady won his ring with the Bucs. Don't tell me it was all Tom Brady. It wasn't. That's not right. And not only that, if there's anybody who knows how to fix what happened with the Browns, is somebody from a ball control passing offense tree. It doesn't matter if it's Leftwich or someone under Sean Payton, or perhaps Tim Kelly, who was an excellent offensive coordinator with the Texans. There's somebody out there. But Ken Dorsey isn't it. All right, thanks. See you later.